Good evening. Good evening, everybody in the chat already. Thank you very much. 86 people watching live already, so thank you for that. Appreciate it. Ornstein has spoken. He has spoken and he has said that Arsenal are interested in Wilfried Zaha and Wilfried Zaha is interested in Arsenal. The only problem is money. Now, Arsenal, I'm going to read out the statement for those of you who haven't actually read it. He put a report out saying it's understood that whilst Arsenal were optimistic, they haven't got the necessary, would have had the necessary resources to bring him in had we qualified for Champions League. Failure to do so means our budget is around £45 million. This is the same David Ornstein that about 4 months ago said our budget was 100 million this summer. He's now saying it's 45, so make of that what you will. And it said he then goes on to say that we would need to raise substantial funds through player sales to tempt Crystal Palace into doing business. The most realistic way of generating required finances would be cashing in on Aubameyang. Okay, mate. He then says about Torreira, we could cash in on him. He then, right at the very end of this report, I've obviously scanned through it, I ain't going to read the whole thing out. Arsenal are still in talks with Celtic over Kieran Tierney, and we are still in talks with St Etienne over William Saliba. Now, some of that is a little bit not too sure about that. You know, the fact that Zaha wants out is a positive, I suppose. Listen, I don't rate him. I don't think he's that good to warrant the fee that they want for him. There's other players you can go and get for that. You could go and buy 2 or 3 players for the money they want for him. But the fact that he's saying that we may have to sell Aubameyang or Torreira to go and get this guy is just absolutely laughable. Harvey, thanks for that, mate. Just woke up. You're on nights, 8 till 8. You're mad. 8 till 8. That's mental. Nice one, man. Thank you. Thank you, VP, as well, mate. Cheers. But yeah, listen, you know, we're not going to sell Aubameyang. And if we do sell Aubameyang, then we better bring in 2 players that can replace his goals. That's for sure. Wilfried Zaha is not one of them players for me. I think he's never scored 10 Premier League goals in a season. I might be wrong. He might have done it once. But listen, I know he plays for a team that are not all that. But is he going to go up a level when he comes to Arsenal? If he comes to Arsenal, I don't think he is. I don't think he's good enough. So for me, I think this is just a story. Obviously, Ornstein, a lot of Arsenal fans think Ornstein is the Oracle, Pornstein, whatever you want to call him. For me, sometimes this guy gets his stories so far from the truth, it is unbelievable. He said on deadline day once, Arsenal's transfer business was done. And then about an hour later, we signed Danny Welbeck. You know, he said that we were doing a deal for Nuri Sahin. I don't know if you remember him. And that didn't happen. Apparently, it was a loan deal. We were going to do that, and then that never happened. He said it was done. I did actually start on time today, Chick. I did. I did start today. If you haven't subscribed to Guna Eagle Eye, he's that close to 5K. Go and subscribe to him. Click on his icon and subscribe to him. Zaha scored 15 goals in 2014. Was that all Premier League goals, or was that overall? I don't think he scored 10 in the league, mate. I might be wrong. I'm sure I read that today somewhere. But listen, like, the way I look at this Zaha story and rumour, whatever it is, listen, obviously he wants to come to Arsenal. That's cool, right? Arsenal wants him. Now, if we want him that badly, we'll go and buy him. We'll see how badly we actually want Wilfried Zaha. I don't think we want him as much as people say we do, and as much as these journalists say we do. I think he wants out more than we want him. We see his time at Man United was an absolute flop. You don't rock up to your new club, go and bang your manager's daughter, and on the day that you sign for the club, rock up with the assistant manager at the time, I think it was Giggsy, with his bird at the time, Imogen Thomas, plastered all over your T-shirt. What is that all about? So for me, I don't want him. I think he looks good at Palace because they're bang average. So, and he is their best player. In terms of attacking players, obviously Wan-Bissaka's just gone to Man United. That's all but done. And he's a show pony. That's all he is. He's a show pony, and he always turns up against us. because he knows we're absolutely shocking defensively. And if he runs at us, he knows we'll flop, which is what we do every time we play against him. But for me, I don't think he's good enough to warrant 60, 70, 50, whatever it is. He ain't a £55 million footballer. I think there's better players to buy out there for half the money. Ryan Fraser being one of them. Lozano's 30 million, 20 million cheaper. So why not go and buy both of them for the same money? I just don't understand the love fest for Wilfried Zaha. But, you know, I suppose people compare him to a Iwobi, which is fair enough. But if you look at their stats last season, they weren't a million miles away. Is a Iwobi worth 55 million based on that? No. So why is Zaha? Is it because he's got a funky hairdo and he does a few skills? Probably. I agree with you, Lee. Zaha is worth half of his evaluation. Use the money on other players. Thank you for that, Nuno. I hope your holiday's going very well, mate. But yeah, exactly. Listen, he moans too much when he gets tackled. Do you know what he does, right? And this is what winds me up with players like him, right? You know, they want to come out with all these fancy dance and all these tricks and skills and all that, and then they cry like babies when they get fouled. Yeah, the guy's a cheat. He dives all over the place, you know, and it's all well and good our fans sitting there saying, oh, yeah, well, we could do with somebody like Zaha. You know, when Harry Kane and Heung-min Son were diving all over the Emirates the other game we played against them, not the League Cup game, the Premier League game, our fans were all crying and bitching, and rightly so, because they were diving fucks. Now, if Zaha comes in and starts diving around all over the place, is that all right then, is it? Or is that allowed now then? I don't want him. I actually think, here we go, Iwobi had more assists than him, but people won't like to admit that. Well, there you go then, mate. How many goals did they both score in all competitions last season? If somebody could tell me that, that would be great. Zaha got 10 goals and 10 assists this season. Thank you for that, Ossian. 10 goals, 10 assists. Is that all competitions? Listen, that's not bad. Let's be real, it's not bad, but it ain't 55 million quid, especially when Ryan Fraser has got a better output than him and is costing half the money. So I don't get why Zaha is double the price. I genuinely don't get it. Iwobi's season, I think it was 7 or 8 assists and 5 goals, something like that. So listen, Iwobi shoehorned into the left forward position when he's number 10, produced a couple of goals and assists less than Wilfried Zaha, who's apparently the best thing since sliced bread. So Zaha got them 10 penalties. Well, there's his 10 assists then, because you get an assist if they scored the penalty. So if they scored all of them 10 penalties and he got them 10 penalties, he got 10 assists off of somebody else scoring a goal from a penalty. I don't want him. Listen, the guy can take Fraser's short. Yeah, Fraser's tiny, Cobster. Is tiny, but you know, there's a lot of tiny players in the Premier League. Kante being one of them, and he's fantastic. So, you know, Santi Cazorla, another one, he was fantastic when he was with us. Lucas Torreira's tiny. So, Man United get a sell-on clause of 25 million for any team that buys him. Maybe that's why the price is so high then. I did read that earlier, actually. Maybe that's why they want more money out of it then, because they got to give quarter of the fee to Man United. That's unreal for a winger. He's not a winger though, is he, Luke? You know, he's played up front for half the season. And when he was basically their main striker until Benteke came in against us and scored against us. Zaha is just a more fluid Iwobi. Do you know what? I can't disagree with that. He is a more fluid Iwobi. But, you know, listen, we don't want a player that can come into this club with a bit of an attitude, which he's clearly got. You've seen that when he went to Man United. He's got a bit of an attitude problem. You know, rocking up with the assistant manager's bird on his T-shirt. That's a bit muggy, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying Ziyech in the chat. Exactly. We could go and buy Ziyech and go and get him for a half the price. You know, go and get him and Ryan Fraser, and you've still got 20 million off of what they want for fucking Zaha. Fuck Zaha, man. He ain't worth the money. Just my opinion, though. Listen, I know loads of you want him. Rather get Ryan Fraser. Let's face it, he is better than Iwobi. Yeah, he is better than Iwobi, but that don't really make him £55 million though, does it? I think that, listen, he is a good footballer. Let's be real. Let's not mug him off, right? But he ain't what we need right now. He is definitely not what we need. We do not need another show pony that's going to disappear for half the season. I don't think he actually, I think he scored a couple of goals in September and then never scored a goal for about 10 games. So, you know, and I know he plays for Palace and this and that, and he'll have better players around him with Arsenal. But for me, nah, I'd rather go and buy Fraser. Thank you. I'm looking ping today, am I? Cheers, Nick. I'd rather go and buy Ryan Fraser or Ziyech. Both of them. Go and buy both of them. You don't then need to buy Zaha. Listen, Zaha can play up front. I get that. He can play on the wing. I get that. That's cool. I'd rather just have an out-and-out winger that can whip balls into the two strikers we've currently got. And if that happens to be Ryan Fraser, I'm going to be over the moon that we've signed Ryan Fraser. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that he's better than Zaha. You know, yeah, he don't have all the skill moves and all the tricks and the funky hair, but he is a better footballer than Wilfried Zaha in terms of output. And that's what the game's about, output, not about doing fancy skills and, you know, falling over and diving all over the place. So for me, I'd go Fraser. Fraser and Tierney, says MSH Ethic 1. Yeah, exactly. If you put that money together for both of them, that's 50 million quid. And that's 5 million short of what Palace want for one player. Not for me. Go and buy two players with the same money. Go and sign Maddison, says Marquez 23. I'd love Maddison at Arsenal, mate, but unfortunately, I don't think it's coming. I don't think it's going to happen. Thoughts on the 40 million budget? We'll see at the end of the transfer window what the legitimate budget was, because apparently, as David Ornstein has said, we are close to doing a deal for St Etienne centre-back William Saliba. And we're still in talks over Kieran Tierney. Well, if you add them two fees together, that's over 40 million quid, isn't it? So add in the fact that we're going to sign the young lad as well from Itano, Martinelli, the lad Martinelli. So there's another £6 million. So all of a sudden, the 40 million budget's now 55 million. So I don't know. Let's see if we get these deals done first before we all start moaning about budgets and this and that. Nobody genuinely knows what the budget is. It's just all hearsay. Like I said, David Ornstein said it was 100 million a few months ago, and now he's saying it's 45 million. So nobody really knows. It all depends on player sales as well. We need to get rid of some of these players. I do find it kind of weird that we're going to buy this Saliba and then loan him straight back out, which is pretty pointless if I'm being honest. But then maybe that was part of the deal that they wanted to get the fee down a little bit lower. I don't know. I don't know. 55 million is still pathetic. Yeah, it is pathetic. I agree, it is pathetic, but that is what it is, mate. Afternoon, DJ Fury. Hope you're well, mate. What about Pepe or Fraser? Zaha's a diva, and we don't need another diva in the team. Brackets, Ozil. Exactly. Thanks for your donation as well, the McManus. Thank you for that. I agree, mate. We don't need another diva. We've already got Ozil, who minces around the pitch like the whole world owes him, saying. We've already got Granit Xhaka, who's a fucking liability and disappears or causes bedlam and just lets players run off of him or fucking gives away free kicks and penalties. You've then got Mustafi, who's an absolute fucking clown. We do not need this guy to come in and be another diva, as you say. You know, when it's going well, it'll look world class. When it's going bad, the geezer disappears fucking rapid, mate. So for me, no thanks. Not wanting him. Not wanting him. Tayyip Hussein, thank you for your donation, buddy. Appreciate that. Hope you're well, mate. We need Ndombele. Do you know what? I've sent Spurs Twitter into meltdown. All the Spurs fans are gunning for me on Twitter. I put a tweet out yesterday saying, why is everyone in meltdown over Spurs spending 65 million on the French Wanyama? And now Tottenham Twitter's got hold of it and they're not happy. Do you know what? He is a fantastic footballer. Let's just put that straight. He is a fantastic footballer, and it's all banter. 65 million pound. Listen, he might come in and flop. Who knows? He might come in and be world class. Who knows? One thing I will say is they haven't spent a penny on transfer window for 2 summers. In fact, 2 summers ago was the last time they spent any money. So they've been saving all their money up, and anybody who knows how a stadium finance works knows that they're not paying £1 billion up front for a stadium. It'll be done on a 25-year mortgage, the same as the Emirates is. So our stadium's paid off in 2031. Theirs will be paid off in about 2040 something. So yeah, 2044. So they'll probably be paying maybe 50 million, 80 million, whatever it may be a season. And now if they qualify for Champions League, that pays for itself. So all the revenue they're bringing in can then go towards player signing. So the way we done it a long, long time ago when, you know, now they've sort of sat back, watched, taken all the best bits of all the new stadiums, watched everyone's mistakes and tried to rectify them at Tottenham. So listen, I'm not going to comment on Ndombele apart from the fact that he is a good footballer. Whether he's going to come in and prove that remains to be seen. There's massive pressure when you sign for £65 million. Let's hope he flops. 55 million for Zaha. Somebody smoking crack in the board. Exactly. What are the price of the new kits? Says Kartik. I don't know, mate, to be honest with you. I'd imagine there'd be anywhere between 55 and 75 quid for the shirt. I don't know, mate, to be honest. I don't even know what it looks like. So obviously all the ones that are being leaked all over the internet, are they actually the kit? Who knows? We shall find out on Monday, I suppose. Our fans would have a meltdown if we didn't sign a player for free transfer windows. Mate, our fans have meltdowns even when we sign players. So yeah, you're right there. But to be fair, Tottenham already had a good core of players. Like, regardless of what we think of them, they had a fantastic core of players, didn't they? So, so yeah, they probably didn't really need to go out and spend anything. And listen, you got to admit they've done well. They've done well. They got to a Champions League final. They finished fourth after spending no money and having injured players left, right, and centre. So, good luck to them, I suppose. Don't really mean it though. My favourite video of yours is when you ripped Bellerin apart. Cheers, Demetrius. Thanks for your donation, mate. Yeah, that video went a little bit viral, I must admit. And I'd had about 3 hours kip, man. I'd literally just come back from Ostersund away. And yeah, man, I'd been awake for about 27 hours when I had 3 hours kip and then had to take the missus to work. So yeah, I was not in the best of moods. Is Edu coming in? Says Saga Kumadash. I think so, mate. I think that's all but done. Just waiting for the Copa America to finish. We should give Depay a chance on the left, says John. So he's another one. I don't really get it with him, man. Another one that flopped at United. He's done fantastic since he's left, though. But this is sometimes the problem. These players, they can look fantastic where they play. They then get their big move and then they flop because the pressure kills them. And then they go away with no pressure to another club and automatically they play good again. So Zaha plays for a shit team. That's why his stats aren't amazing. Put Iwobi in Crystal Palace and see what happens. I still think Iwobi would do there or thereabouts what Iwobi's done this season, to be honest. Iwobi's not as bad as everyone makes him out to be. Why can't we just refinance the stadium and get a loan to strengthen the team? We can leverage that against the cash reserves. You'd have to phone Stanley up, mate, and ask him. I don't know the answer to that, mate, unfortunately. Is Danny Caballos a good player and good enough to replace Ramsey? He is a good player, but I don't think he's coming to us, and I don't think they really want to get rid of him. He's a proper fan favourite out there, man. And yeah, I don't think he's coming in. I don't think he's as good as Ramsey, to be honest with you. In terms of like where they're at now in their footballing careers, but he has got a high ceiling. He could go higher, mate. So Iwobi would be more appreciated at Palace, that's for sure. Yeah, you're right there, Chig. You're right. Ramsey was injury prone and did nothing since 2014. Forget him already. Brother, he scored the cup final winner in 2017. Fekir is available for 27 million, worth the risk, don't you think? Not for me, mate. Not for me. I don't think we need that type of player. I think we need centre-backs and wingers for now. And hope he wouldn't be appreciated in Luton Town. Attitude problem. He was 19, you mug. Thanks for watching, you mug. Have you heard the news about Lucas Torreira, says Black Marez? I've heard that he's said that he's not going anywhere pretty much, without saying the exact words, but he's happy and it's all been fabricated and this and that. So that's good news, mate. That's good news for us. Theo says Isco. Mate, I'd love Isco at Arsenal, but that ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Absolute baller, though, man. Proper footballer. Media always has an agenda against a.f.c. I can't really disagree with that, mate. A lot of these journalists are Man United, Tottenham, West Ham fans. A lot of the ones that sit on these radio stations and sit on Sky Sports and stuff like that are mainly Liverpool fans, or Liverpool players and stuff like that. So yeah, there probably is an agenda, mate, to be honest. Torreira deserves a new contract, says Ashram. See, that's the thing. I agree with that, right? Listen, if we're not going to get rid of him and he's happy to be here, give him a new deal. Give him an extension on his contract, give him a pay rise and say, listen, we want to build a team around you. If you don't do that, then, you know, he's always going to have the possibility of having his head turned. He's on 40 grand a week. You know, he could probably get 100 grand a week somewhere else. So why not give him a new contract? If Martinelli is the only signing to show off our new kit on Monday, then there's a serious problem. Do you know what? I don't think there's going to be any players coming out in the new kit. I just genuinely don't see it happening. It would be something that we've never done before. So I would like to see it happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. It'll just be the new kit, and then we'll see a player coming later down the road. Do European clubs consider Arsenal a threat? A stronger Arsenal wins a stronger Premier League. Do you know what? I think the thing with Arsenal abroad, right, is when we play in European competition, nobody wants to get us unless it's Barcelona or Bayern Munich, because then they know it'll just slap us about. Any other team, I think, is like fearful when they get drawn against us, because we can see that when we play well and we turn up, we can slap anybody about. We've done that to Valencia, who then went and beat Barcelona the following week. So, you know, we slapped about the second best team in Italy. That was a walk in the park, that Napoli game. Both games was just fucking so easy, wasn't it? So I think we are still a big draw abroad, and a lot of teams don't want to face us, but we do need to improve, especially defensively, man. Why do you not rate Bielik? Because he's played 2 games for Arsenal, mate. So I ain't really seen what he can do. And playing League One football is a completely different ball game. So for me, nah, not my cup of tea. Trade Ozil for Asensio or Koulibaly with cash. Mate, we've got more chance of winning the lottery than either of them 2 teams taking Mesut Ozil from us. Do you rate Aubameyang? Says Aram. Yes, I do. I do rate him. The one thing I'll say about Aubameyang is he disappears way too often. And I mean like Mesut Ozil style disappear. When he's shit, he is shit, isn't he? But when he's good, he bags 31 goals in a season, doesn't he? So over the course of a season, 31 goals is fantastic. But there was way too many games last season he disappeared. He could have had 45, 50 goals with the sitters he misses every game. But yeah, I do rate him. Benny says, great channel. Thank you for that, my friend. Appreciate it. Nearly 700 of you watching live. Thank you very much to all of you that are watching live. Not even 150 likes on the video. You know the drill, people. Come on, man. Like the ting. I'm starting to worry that Ozil, Mustafi and Mickey will still be here at the start of the season. If they are still here, mate, then there's going to be a lot of unhappy fans, that's for sure. You should start streaming FIFA. I'm not going to rule it out, but it's not something I want to do right now, if I'm being honest. But obviously, yeah, later down the road, it could be an idea. I don't know if I have some rage on that game, man. Seriously, I could make a rage compilation video. I'd be mad. Mickey, when fit, is not so bad. I don't know. He's not been great, has he? Fuck FIFA, do Pro Evo. Do you know what? FIFA, man, I swear this game is so rigged. So rigged, it is unbelievable, mate. The shit that happens. I just played a game a minute ago before I did this stream. I thought, oh, let me have a little game. Right? Played this game, I went 1-0 up. And then I passed the ball back to my goalkeeper, who then just decided to flick it up in the air somehow. Just mad. It was just so glitchy. And then the geezer just tapped it in. Ended up slapping him 4-1. But yeah, that goal was just a piss take. Xbox, I'm on, mate. Xbox. Right, I'm going to do a couple more minutes worth of questions. Then I'm going to get myself fucked off out of here. I will be back at 9 o'clock, doing another stream then. So make sure you are subscribed, turn notification bell on, and happy days. So yeah, I'm going to do 1 more minute's worth of questions. I'm going to get out of here. Nice channel, thanks. Thank you, Aram. Will Nelson get more chances next season, says Fortnite Fun Aziz. I hope so, mate. I really do hope so. I think he deserves a chance. Like I said on a previous stream, he went out to a proper league in Germany and he done pretty well. So why not give him a chance? He could save us a fortune. We're not announcing anyone until after 1st of July. Ozil should serve the tea. Lacazette or Aubameyang, says Ingers. Lacazette for me, believe it or not. I know Aubameyang scored all the goals, but Lacazette's the better player. Sell Mickey, get Neves. I'd do that in a heartbeat, Jordan. Any news on Tierney? Apparently we're going back in with a 3rd bid. So yeah, we shall see. I think that will get done, if I'm being honest. Would you rather have Lingard or Iwobi? Mate, Lingard, can't stand that geezer, mate. Yeah, I don't want him anywhere near this football club. I'd take you over Lingard. Lacazette offers more, says Capone. Exactly. Right, I'm going to get myself wrapped up. I'm going to get out of here. Please put a like on the video before you go. Subscribe if you're new as well. Closing in on that 20,000 barrier. And obviously, I'm starting a podcast when I hit 20K. So big up yourselves. Thanks to everyone who's donated, everyone in the chat, everyone who's liked, subscribed. So thank you very much. And I'll be back at 9 p.m. Laters, peeps.